What's up, guys? This is Chronic Gresham. Welcome to a brand new episode of my FIFA 14 Team of the Week predictions. Welcome back, guys, and today we're going to be predicting the Team of the Week number 28, which should be released on, I believe it's going to be the 26th of March. So I think if I do calculations right in my head, I think this is going to be the last Team of the Week in March. Moving on to April, and the seasons are progressing smoothly. Obviously, we've got the basically every league is now playing in operation other than the Brazilian league. MLS has started up, I believe, a couple of weeks ago. So we've got a nice variation, but for some reason this week you have weeks like this. If you're doing team week predictions, the defense is shite in terms of options, whereas the attack, there's just too many players to put into a team. So this week's Team Week is going to have some kind of my personal choices, guys, and my reasons why. I'm going to talk my reasons why I put them in the team. There may be some surprises. You guys are probably saying one player, which you can currently see on the screen twice, should be in it, and I'm going to explain my reason why when we get into the part of the video. But we're going to start off with some of the substitutes here. And the first player we're going to have here is a bronze keeper under the name of Lee Bum-young. He is a Korean goalkeeper, plays in the obviously Korean league, and his team ended up winning 1-0 against FC Seoul, I believe one of the stronger teams, and picked up 2 penalty saves as well as a clean sheet in his team's 1-0 win. Very, very good performance. Also, I believe the Zenit St. Petersburg came out of 2 penalty saves as well. The game did finish 2-1, so I'm not too sure if he's actually on the game. That is another option. Moving on to another player. This is defense on the bench. Was extremely hard. I decided to go for a player called Laporte. Actually plays for Atletico Bilbao in the Liga BBA. They went out and played Getafe. This guy played fairly solid at the back. I watched a bit of the game, very, very solid, and ended up picking up the clean sheet. Had a fairly high rating on some of the footballing websites, and in his team's 1-0 win over Getafe. So fairly solid performance by him. And we could potentially see him on the subs bench. Moving on to the next player, got another bronze player in the MLS, a player called Anor. Plays out on the left-hand side for Columbus Crew. This guy picked up 2 goals and man of the match out on that left-hand side. Very, very good performance indeed in his team's 3-1 win over Philadelphia Union, I think it is, or is it United? Not too sure. Moving on to where it gets slightly interesting. First player going to have here is a player called Bryson. Plays for Derby County, or Derby, whatever you want to call it. And he actually came out and picked up a hat-trick in Derby's 5-0 win over Nottingham Forest. Very, very good player, this guy, and as you can see, it would be his second inform card, and that would be a very, very nice, decent card indeed. Moving on to the next player, got 3 Brazilians coming up. First player going to be a player called Ari, another Russian league player, and I believe he's not going to come up here on the screen. Let me quickly I'm not too sure what his full name is, but I'll quickly find a way of getting there, but Ari plays for a team, not too sure off the top of my head. I think it's a team called Krasnodar. Plays up front. I believe his FIFA 14 card, is actually a centre forward. It's this player here. There you go. Plays Krasnodar. He's got fairly good stats. This guy, very, very good in the air, 91 jumping, but actually went out and picked a hat-trick in his team's 4-0 win. Very, very good performance, a 4-0 win against Spartak there. Moving on to another player, we've got a player who's going to pick up an inform card in the Saudi League, and that's a player called Elton. And you guys are probably thinking it's going to be the 5-star skiller, and unfortunately it's not. It's another Elton who plays up front for a team called El Nasser, and he picked up a hat-trick in his team's 3-1 win. And moving on to the final player of this week's Team of the Week subs bench, we're going to have a player called Alan, the Red Bull Salzburg striker, and this would be his 3rd inform card, guys. You know what that means? It's going to go and be a gold card, which is going to be fairly interesting. He picked up a hat-trick and an assist in his team's 5-0 win, and he looks like a very, very good card indeed, and I can't wait to play with that. I think it'd be very, very interesting. But guys, let's move on to the starting 11 of this week's Team of the Week. We're going to be playing the same formation as always. Just suits this week's Team of the Week very, very well. And in goal, we're going to have a French league keeper under the name of Costil. Plays for a team called Rennes, I think it is. As you can see, he's already picked up an inform card. This would be his 2nd inform card, and goalkeepers was extremely hard. He made 4 saves, a clean sheet in his team's 1-0 win over Marseille. Marseille being, well, should I say, supposedly one of the challenging teams in the French League One, and a fairly decent performance by him. Not too sure of any other keepers, guys, so if you've got any suggestions, put that in the comments. Moving on to the defence, first we're going to have here as a player in the BPL under the name of Skirtle, the Liverpool centre-back. This would be, again, his second in-form card. And he picked up 2 goals and an assist at the back. Very, very good performance by him. Probably not too good in the defensive side, but Liverpool aren't really known for their defending, mainly for their goal scoring. And 2 goals and assist in a 6-3 win. That's a very, very good performance by the centre-back. Moving on to another centre-back, we're going to have a player called Mats Hummels. He did recently just pick up an inform card, so this again would be a second inform card. And he picked up a goal and a clean sheet in his team's 3-0 win over Hanover. Again, very, very short at the back, and he was the main reason. Just that goal and the clean sheet was the main reason I went for him. Moving on to the final player at the back, so we've got a player called Savic. Plays for a team called Fiorentina in the Serie A. And as you can see here, discard price centre-back, but the main reason I went for him, this was the hardest position I was trying to find for a player. I couldn't not find any other decent centre-back performances. I actually watched this game. Fiorentina went out and played Napoli, a fairly fierce game. I believe Napoli are 3rd, Fiorentina 4th. And this guy played very, very well at the back, picking up the man of the match award, a clean sheet in Fiorentina's 1-0 win. Made some very, very good last-man tackles, and we could possibly see him on that team of the week tomorrow. Moving on to the midfield, though, we've got more interesting players coming up now, guys, so make sure you stay tuned right until the end of the video. We're going to start out on the right-hand side. We're going to have a player called Ericsson, the Spurs central attacker mid, actually played out on the left-hand side in the game versus Southampton. Picked up 2 goals and an assist and man of the match in that 3-2 victory. Very, very good performance by the Danish player there, and we should definitely see him on this week's Team of the Week. We'll be out on the left-hand side, which is kind of annoying. Probably would be better seeing him as a cam. Moving on to the centre mid. The first player we're going to have here is Yaya Toure, because he's went out and picked up, I believe it's going to be his first hat-trick of his career in that centre mid spot for Man City versus Fulham. I believe 2 of them were penalties, but still his 3rd one. My God, that's a fairly good finish indeed, and we could possibly see him there. That would be a very, very good player indeed, and I would hope to see him there. Very, very good performance indeed, and he's been waiting for a Team of the Week card for ages. Moving on to another centre mid player, we've got a player called Fuego. Plays in the Spanish league for a team called Valencia. Plays as a CDM. His team went out and played Villarreal, Villarreal, kind of a strong squad. Put up quite a bit of a challenge. He picked up 2 goals and man of the match in Valencia's 2-1 win over Villarreal. Very, very good performance by the CDM there. Moving out to the left-hand side, we've got another player in the Liga BVA, and that's going to be Iniesta. The first of the, well, I believe we only got 1 player from the El Clasico, but I thought we had to have a player in there. I decided to go for Iniesta. Di Maria, absolutely outstanding performance. Benzema picking up 2 goals. Well, we'll move. Okay, let's talk about Messi. Obviously, he picked up a hat-trick, an assist, man of the match, you name it. Very, very good performance in the El Clasico. But I'm not too sure if EA actually put in like a play, give us another inform card 2 weeks in a row, so a week in a row. So that's one reason, and the second reason is I believe he's only got 1 more rating he can go, which would be 1 more to inform card, sorry, which would be his team of the season card. So that'll be another reason why EA probably might not put him in, but you never know about EA. So that's my reasoning. But Iniesta picked up the opening goal and also kind of finished off the final scoreline. Kind of a arguable penalty, shall I say. I didn't think it was a penalty whatsoever. I thought some absolutely shoddy refereeing over the whole week, and that game was one of them. And but ended up winning that penalty, and just a fairly solid performance out on the left wing. Would be a left wing card. Moving on to the central attacker mid, this is where things get a bit spicy. We're going to have Wayne Rooney. Wasn't too sure about this centre attacker mid, whatever you want to call it. But very, very good performance by the Englishman there. And picking up 2 goals, obviously one. Guys, if you've not seen it, definitely go and see it. 55-yard screamer. You can't talk much else about it. But we could possibly see him on only 2 goals. Would be his first inform card, but you never know, guys. Moving on to the strikers. First we're going to have here is Luis Suarez. This guy's been absolutely phenomenal for Liverpool. Picking up 3 goals and assist and man of the match in this week's 6-3 win for Liverpool. That'll be the second Liverpool player in this week's Team of the Week, and he should be definitely on there. Very, very good performance by him. And moving on to the final player of this week's Team of the Week is going to be a player in the Serie A under the name of Immobile. Plays for Torino. Sorry, picked up a hat-trick and man of the match in Torino's 3-1 win over Livorno, I think it is. Very, very good performance. Let me quickly move over to this screen here where you can see all the players in the inform versions. Let's have a quick rundown of the team. Bench looks okay in terms of attackers. Bryson, Ari, Allen's third inform Allen. That would be very, very nice. Keeper, not too bad. Skirtle, Hummel, sorry, they could be very, very good second in form card players. First in form, Ericsson, that'd be fairly nice. Unfortunately, that is out on the left wing. Yaya Toure, you can't go wrong with that one. Same with Iniesta, same with Rooney. Third in form, Suarez, that's going to go for an absolute lot. And Immobile, probably a discard price striker, but could be a fairly effective striker up in that top spot there, guys. Guys, it's coming towards the end of the episode. If I've missed any players you think should be in this week's Team of the Week, put that in the comments, put the reasons why, and I'll be sure to read them. Put my reasons why I didn't put those players in. But guys, this comes towards the end of the episode. If you like, so mimic that like button. Any feedback in the comments would be much appreciated. Subscribe, stay tuned to this series and any other series on my channel, guys. This has been Koresh. Till next time, adios!